Alright, we were able to find a nice little group here to join in. Real quick before we get too far, this is our new character style, and just a quick jacket I found in the marketplace for fairly cheap. And we still have the same pants and the new boots. I like the rolled up sleeves, so the scholar look. We do have another style that we could go on with another blue jacket. We'll touch on that a bit later. As far as this dungeon is concerned, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think I've only done it one other time. And I can't really tell you that there's too much that you need to worry about here. It's just kind of a standard dungeon sort of fare. Just go through, use your skills, make sure everyone's alive, and you should be about good from there. Honestly, like, I couldn't tell you as far as strategies are concerned and what you need to look out for, what you don't. There are a few things that we'll be aware of a bit later as we continue on in the dungeon, but again, as of right now, it's just kind of standard trash for here, and we'll be kind of going through it together as I figure it out myself. So just bear with me there. We'll just have fun together, right? That's what it's all about. Alright, he didn't pull the aggro from everyone. So I guess there's these falling ice blocks that we need to also worry about. Just don't get too close. Obviously, they explode. I think that takes place in the actual boss of this dungeon as well. That's a mechanic that we need to worry about. We'll get to that a little bit later if I remember it. Hopefully I don't wipe because I forgot the mechanic. If I think I remember it correctly, it's not too hard. But we'll see. We'll see here. Alright, so he's pulling. We have all three, I think, coming in now. Oh, there's four. Alright, so we'll just make sure that I'm going to put a Whispering Dawn here because our guy is getting wrecked. I think he pulled someone that he shouldn't have. So we'll just make sure that everyone stays alive. Let's just get one of these going. Making sure that we have everything that we need. Alright, everyone should be good here. Cool. Nice and easy. I don't know why that dancer... Is that the dancer? Or that... I don't know what class that is. Hold on. Which class is that? Yeah, that's the dancers. Okay. For some reason I thought that circle was the dancer, but I guess not. Funny thing is, it's our friend from earlier over there. So he finally found a dungeon here with us. I wish I had joined in earlier for that, but unfortunately I had glamour stuff to take care of. Okay. Tiny key has been dropped so we can open up this door. Dancer's got it. Door to silence. Alright, let's refresh his Adaloquium for this next fight. Alright, so he's going to pull in a bunch here. We're just going to use Art of War as usual, just to make sure that we are killing everything as effectively as possible. I'm sure that there's better ways to be doing all of my skills and rotations and whatnot, making sure that I hit them all with the dots first, but whatever. Alright, treasure coffer. I'm not quite sure what that opens. One dill. Alright. Again, don't have any mechanics for this boss, I'm going to be honest with you. I just did this on my other character not that long ago, so I'm kind of at the point where it's just like, yeah, I guess we're just doing things as we see fit. We're just gonna play it safe, and we're gonna make sure that everyone stays alive. But as far as mechanics for this boss, couldn't tell you. It's okay though. Like, it's really not that big a deal. At least in the normal versions of the dungeons, and even sometimes the hard versions, they're made so easy with the item levels nowadays that it's just kind of not even worth talking about. Alright, unfortunately I stood right next to and in front of him, so I got a bit of a cleave there, but it's okay. Tank is still doing alright. I'm going to... yeah, might as well get a heal on everyone here. Alright, so we'll just be careful. I don't think we want to get in there because it might freeze us, and I think that's a mechanic that comes in a little bit later as we... I don't want to stand in that. Let's get another Adlo on our guy here, just so he can stay safe. Boss is just about dead. I'm going to just reapply my dots here. So we have frozen. Ice has begun forming on gear. Stacks of 4 will result in deep freeze. So if we got, I think, 4 stacks, and then we also touch that blue circle, we'll freeze in a solid ice block, and we won't be able to move or do anything for a while. So you don't want deep freeze. It's not something that I think you can even clear as like a healer with Asuna. So just be aware, I guess, of that. I guess here we have some falling icicles. Oh, I know what boss is coming up next. Mini boss, I should say, and what mechanics we'll need to do there. Some interesting stuff that is implemented, just more so than the regular, like, oh, here's a boss and some damage needs to be applied to him. we'll think of some other things and make it cool and fun for you guys. Let's just not stand in that. Hopefully no one else did either. Everyone's doing fine. Everyone's gear level seems to be pretty adequate here, so we don't need to worry too much. I don't know why the tank turned them around into us, though. That was a little odd. Alright, before this next fight goes, we'll put on an adoloquium for our friend here. Just because of the amount of guys... No, it's only 3, but still. We have another Aether Flow coming through, so we can just do all that. Now, because of where we're standing right now, we are... Well, not right now. There's some winds that comes through that we need to be aware of. And that winds will hurt us as it goes on. So we just don't want that to happen. Don't stand in the wind if you can. I think all the other groups that I've ever played with, they pull that whole group a little bit further in so that no one stands in the wind. But here, we're having a little bit of trouble with that, so we're just going to make sure that everyone stays alive here by putting this stuff down and making sure we're focusing on healing for the most part. So unfortunately, because I'm clicking on the wrong guy, we are standing in the wind, which I could stand a little bit outside of it and make my job a little easier, but it's okay. So the wind there, it doesn't push you off or anything like that nature. It just, unfortunately, is annoying to deal with. Oh, come on, get the right guy. Alright, let's just put our dots on these guys. Make sure we're doing the good stuff here. I'm gonna make sure that these guys stay alive, hopefully, by putting a succor on them. I wish they wouldn't stand in the wind so that we didn't have to worry so much about healing. Alright, let's do an Art of War here. Everyone seems to be doing alright. We should be alright here. I don't need to worry about using Aether Flow staffs or anything right now. We'll just keep on worrying about damage. The more damage you put out, the quicker everything falls and dies, so that you don't have to do as much healing. It's the standard name of the game. Alright, so this Yeti has an interesting mechanic here. He'll drop some Spriggans that need to be put into an area of this boss's attack range. So essentially what's going to happen is, I think he has like a giant sneeze or something. I don't remember what the attacks are really called. But this giant cone, you'll need to turn it so that these Spriggans get into this attack, and they turn into these little snowballs here. The snowballs will be used to block or stop, interrupt the boss's main party wiping mechanic attack. And you just need to make sure that you have enough snowballs for when that happens, and enough Spriggans. You can face the boss to, how would you call it? Get these snowballs that are already formed into that attack range, and they'll become bigger and do more damage to the boss when they hit them. Essentially, when he does an attack, you'll just, you'll attack this one, so it'll go flying into the boss, and it will interrupt him. So, build up your snowballs by getting Spriggans and snowballs in that range of the attack. When he does his party clear like that, someone will attack it, send it into the boss, and interrupt him. Easy as that. It's truly just super easy. So that's the main mechanic of the boss. Face his area of effect attack into a snowball and a Spriggan. Build up your snowballs and Spriggans, and when he does his clear mechanic, shoot the snowballs at him. Alright, those big guys that had spawned as well, they will try, I believe, to destroy the snowballs. So you definitely don't want to let them run amok. Alright, I'm just going to, not stand there, I'm just going to get a succor on everyone here, or as many people as I can. Unfortunately, the tank didn't get it there. Oops, we want to focus on this guy. Almost forgot. Alright, so he's down. We should get some snowballs hopefully soon. Yep, so they're building up some over there, which is good. Fortunately, the Spriggans are attacking me right now. I mean, I'm not taking much damage, so I'm not too concerned about it, to be honest with you. Hopefully we have a snowball, though, somewhere. It doesn't look like we have any. Okay, so he's going to build up one, hopefully here. Okay, there's a snowball. Perfect. And hopefully someone will hit it in. Looks like the dancer, and everyone knows what to do. Perfect. Alright, that's all we need to worry about then. This boss is going to go down fairly easily. Alright, let's just make sure we're not standing in front of him, just in case he has a cleave. Once again, everyone's doing okay, so I'm not too concerned about doing the healing. I'll focus on just straight damage for right now. And leave Celine to heal. I wish he got one of the Spriggans. I don't know if he'll get one more attack out. Looks like he will, because he's not taking all that much damage. I mean, he's at 7%. We might be able to do this. Alright, let's just focus on this guy, I guess. Or maybe we should just focus on the boss. Like, just burn him down, I guess. It's at 2%. Maybe it's just better to focus on that. 1%, 0.8, yeah, 0.5. There we go. Cool. Nice and easy. Alright. I don't really know what any of this stuff is for, so I'm just going into... I mean, obviously it's crafting stuff, right? I'll take it. I don't know. I'll greet it. But the gauntlets and whatnot, I'll leave for the actual like damage dealers of the class and whatnot. Alright. So our tank might be new. I don't know. Maybe he just kind of got turned around or something. Alright. Fortunately, he didn't get the aggro on everyone. Nope, Dancer pulled. Dancer pulled. Not sure why the Dancer pulled. Alright, everyone's doing fine though. Everything's under control. Oh, okay, well, let's get out of that. And with that, he is dead. Okay, on to the next fight. Dancer wants to get this fight done. Dancer's like, I hate this dungeon. I want this done. Is this the one that I think it is? I think it is. So what's going to happen here is in this area, there's going to be a bunch of, obviously, these bombs, but each, like, section over here, I know it's hard to see right now, but more of these homunculus guys are just going to keep on spawning continuously as we do the fight in here. So we'll have to fight like 5 or 6, I think it is. Might be a little bit less, I don't know. But there's a few. They come out of like every corner of the wall. There'll be one that like breaks out over here. There'll be one that breaks out over here. And I think there's more spots. Yep, there's one. So there's a Spriggan over there. And there's a Gator guy. There's just a bunch of dudes that all come through. Just take care of them. It's nice and easy. Nothing too difficult here. But the icicles start falling at this point, so I do need to be careful with that. Let's just put down one of these and hit everyone with a succor, just so that we can make sure everyone's doing dandy. Oh, that was a waste. I wasn't really even hitting anyone with that. Who's taking all this damage? Dancer, why you take damage? Alright, next one, Snowcloaks. More icicles will continue to fall through here, so just be careful once again. Once they will explode after. Don't stand in them, obviously. As with most things, area of effect attacks. Don't stand them. Not fun time. Not fun time for your healer and squishy DPSs either. Alright. So now the pathway has been opened, we are allowed to continue on. I'm just going to put an Adlo on this guy just because I can for the next fight. Sometimes these Avis can put up a pretty nasty bite attack, but looks like we're going to burn him down before he can do any damage. Cool. Who next? Oh, there's a human. Oh yeah, that's right. We are in their their cave. I kind of forgot about that. I kind of forgot the context of this whole dungeon. Which is the problem when you're not playing with like a fixed party, so like you can't watch the cutscenes. I guess I could technically, right? But I don't. So sometimes the context gets forgotten as to why we're here specifically and what we're trying to do. So these guys are a little bit stronger. We'll just make sure that we heal up everyone here. But we're about to face the final boss. I believe the door to Oblivion will lead us to the boss of this dungeon, which is a pretty cool one. Not gonna lie. Alright, let's just make sure that everyone's kind of like healed up here real quick before we go in. Alright, cool. And we'll hit the door to Oblivion. We'll have a cutscene right after this, and as soon as that's done, the dungeon will be over. That is right. We get to fight Fenrir. Oh, he's so cool. Oh man, I have the Fenrir mount on my other character. Again, I can't wait to get to Heaven's Sword and actually be able to use him. It's so fun. Just such a cool Final Fantasy staple boss. I kind of forgot here. So Fenrir has a few mechanics, if I remember correctly. At one point, he'll throw down some icicles, and you just need to not stand in their blast effect. The first time, it's not so much of a problem. The second time, though, what happens is, like this one we don't need to worry about. The second time he does that attack where he calls down icicles, what will actually happen is we need to stand behind them and use those icicles to block his wipe attack. So just be aware, first one will launch 2 icicles at random players. You don't need to worry about them. Once you figure out which icicles are launching at the players, go stand behind the third one. So over here, we're going to need to line of sight this guy. So he's going to do an attack. We all need to get over here. We all need to get over here. Okay, those guys aren't going to. I guess we can... Huh. Okay, so they're deep frozen now, so that's the problem. So let's see if we can heal these guys. So they clearly don't know that. I'll put a marker down after the next one then, so that we can make sure they don't all die. Because that was kind of scary, because I don't have Aether Flow just yet. We might be able to get it in the next 13 seconds, though, before he does his next one. I'm just going to make sure everyone stays alive. We'll hit a... Oh, I don't have Whispering Dawn, unfortunately. Okay. We'll try our best to put down a target, a way marker. Let's get it in that. Let's go. Oh, never mind. Fenrir's done. Okay, burn down 1 mechanic. And as simple as that, we'll give a player commendation here. We'll check the loot table. Sure, I'll take that. Sure, I'll take that. Why not? All right, cool. Let's leave. All the other ones left pretty early, but it's okay. So I guess that's why they just stood and took it, is because they can survive it, and you don't really need to worry about mechanics anymore, because armor level is so good.
The tales do not do you justice, Warrior of Light. Yes, I know who you are, and you know who I am. I was given the name Izel, but I earned the name Iceheart. This endless cycle of hatred, of bloodshed, of sorrow. You would see it continue, O noble warrior of light. I would not. I will not. I will bring an end to this war between dragon and man, no matter the cost. In time, you will come to understand that what we do for the greater good. For Eorzea, for Hydaelyn.
And with that, we are done with the dungeon. Snowcloak has now been finished. Alright, let's talk to Alphinaud and turn it in. No, not you, Momo. That took longer than I expected. What news, Nia? So, Iceheart is but a pseudonym. Not that it matters. That she managed to escape is regrettable, but from your description of that beast, you did well to come as close as you did. In any case, now that you have cleared a path, the Temple Knights can begin to survey the tunnels in earnest. Mayhaps they will even find a route past the ice wall. Wouldn't that do wonders for the fight against the heretics? The Crystal Braves would certainly share the credit for it too. 12 be praised, Nia. We may yet turn the situation to our advantage. Assuming we stop Iceheart before she summoned Shiva, of course. Needless to say, our fellow Scions have not been idle. Menphelia and Eorzea have been busy perusing the archives of the House Fortemps, gathering what information they can on Shiva. Which reminds me, if you were intending to trudge back to Camp Dragonhead to report on the day's events, don't. The antecedent should be here any minute. I can only assume some people enjoy subjecting themselves to the cold. Ugh. Alright, let's turn that off. Antecedent should be here any minute then. Real quick, before we get into this next one, let's just do one quick thing. Hit our minion roulette, see who we get today. That's Kalka? Sure, Kalka. That's from the Mughal treasure trove event that I got. I think you can buy this one, and I think there's a red version for 7 tombstones each. Anyways, for the greater good. Though not given to small talk, Alphinaud can think of no better way to pass the time until Minfilia arrives. Antecedent. You come to us straight from the archives of House Fortemps. I trust your time there was proved fruitful. Would that it had. Eorzea and I scoured countless texts, but what we found was of questionable veracity. Accounts of Shiva's life and deeds are sparse and contradictory, only agreeing upon one point. She lay down with a dragon, the gravest of all sins according to the Ishgardian faith. Yet in the eyes of Iceheart's followers, this was a holy act, a blessed union of man and dragon. How such a thing could even be possible is quite another question. Suffice it to say, I very much doubt that we will find a useful answer in the archives of House Fortemps. Much knowledge has been lost over the centuries, though in this case one wonders if it is by circumstance or design. You said that Iceheart took a moment to plead her case prior to escaping, did you not? Viewed without prejudice, most would agree that bringing an end to an endless war serves the greater good. I think Sir Emeric might take issue with her methods. I do not care if a few stragglers manage to escape. Until the sappers confirm that the tunnel is safe, the men are not to search it. Yes, Lord Commander. You pursue your foes with less zeal than I had expected, Sir Emeric. I'm sorry. You pursue your foes with less zeal than I expected, Sir Emeric. Lest you misunderstand, I do not deny that our enemy has given us good reason to be prudent. I merely meant, you being a man of faith, that I had expected a certain single-mindedness. After all, wasn't it not by the will of Halone that your ancestors came to this land? Why they took up arms against the Dravanians? What would they have done in your position, I wonder? There are those who believe that faith is a reunification? Reunification? A free will? Yeah, I guess reunification. A free will. That unquestioning devotion is required of all who would live a life in service to the Fury. Such righteous fever may well serve a knight on the front lines, less so a leader of men. We are all at liberty to interpret the scriptures as we will. I choose to believe that the Fury would value the lives of her followers over the deaths of her enemies. But I would not presume to speak for the Knights of Eld. 'Twas a different time, nay, a different era, and scripture tells us only so much. Would that it told us more. That man is awfully pragmatic for a servant of the Holy See. A welcome trait at the negotiating table, to be sure. Less so when one's enemies are making ready to harness the power of a god. Mayhaps he does not truly believe that Iceheart's plan can succeed. Truth be told, I too remain somewhat skeptical. Shiva was real, a living, breathing woman. Of that there can be no doubt. In that respect, she differs from every other figure to have been summoned, each of whom was worshipped as God. The sole exception being good King Mughal Mog XII, the myth made manifest in response to the fervent supplications of the Mughals Guard. Saint Shiva may differ, but what of the heretics? They are a terrible tribe. They are a tribe of outcasts at war with a mighty nation who yearn for the resurrection of the one who embodies their beliefs. If that's not placing one's faith in a higher power, then what is? Crystals and conviction, Minfilia, they have them both in abundance. Can that truly be all that is required? Dude, that camera angle, I was so, tall. It was so awesome. My survey team has concluded a preliminary analysis of the Aetheryte Iceheart used to escape. They believe that she teleported to another Aetheryte, somewhere not far to the west. Despite the apparent proximity of this second Aetheryte, however, they have been wholly unable to detect its presence directly. Unless Iceheart has some means to mask its signal, I can only presume she had destroyed it to prevent us from following her. Without the means to teleport as she did, we have no choice but to search for an alternate route, most likely a tunnel, assuming one exists. Let us not give up on teleportation just yet. One of our colleagues in Scion may be able to assist us. I pray that you are right. I dare not think how long it would take us to survey the entire tunnel system. While Minfilia looks into our Aetheryte problem, I would like to request your assistance with another matter. The 3rd unit is currently tracking the remains of the heretic force which attacked us. However, the search goes poorly, despite our numbers. Korthius is vast, and Iceheart's followers know the terrain far better than we. Your knowledge of this region may serve to hasten the process. As soon as we capture Iceheart's followers, the sooner we can press them for their leader's whereabouts. Though it is admittedly a selfish request, I feel that my braves would benefit immensely from working alongside you. While we have our share of veterans, we also have more than a few less experienced recruits, many of whom look up to you, in case you were not aware. Good. I knew you would understand. Yuyahas? Sure. Yuyahas can apprise you of the details. When the task is complete, come and find me at the observatorium. Captain Ilberd, I forgot what that one is. Ilberd, I'll call him, and I are meeting there to discuss the latest developments in his investigation. The Temple Knights shall hold Snowcloak in our absence. Let us leave them to their work. Ours is more pressing. Cool. Quest complete. And accepted. Both at the same time. Alrighty. Yuyahas, give me the deets. There you are, Nia. Commander Lamoura instructed me to wait for you. Your assistance is most welcome, believe me. Most of the 3rd hail from Ul'dah, and for a man accustomed to the feel of sand beneath his boots, the crunch of snow can be rather disconcerting. But to the matter at hand, nary a moment ago I received word that the heretics we seek have been spotted making for Danafin Pass. My braves are already in pursuit, and I should be grateful if you would join them. I myself shall be taking part in the hunt. Never let it be said that I do not earn my coin. Alright, we're hunting heretics, boys. This is gonna be good. Alright, Shiva Horse, you need to go away. I'm actually gonna remove that off, and I'm going to put... I mean, we could have a few, honestly, if we really go about and think about it. We could put Boreas there, right? Then we could have the ones that I actually like looking at the most. Not to be rude, but like I like looking at these ones the most, so we'll just chill with that. Alright, even though Fat Chocobo has these funky trombone beats, I still do like my other ones more. And be it that I was on my other character, we would have a larger selection to choose from, and Boreas would not appear as often as it does. Again, as much as I like that song, we're going to be listening to it in a different capacity in a few episodes, so I just kind of want it to be fresh at that moment, you know? I want you to miss it, so that when it comes back, you're like, yes, let's go! Alright, who am I talking to? Someone up here? Heretics up here? Heretics all over. Oh, there's one. What? Oh, that's a unit brave. What happened, my friend? Those balls. My ankle is on fire. Caught my boot on a rock or something and twisted it as I fell. The others went on ahead, though. Danafin Pass. Hurry, you might catch up. If you aren't sure where to go, look for tracks. The snow is fresh. They shouldn't be hard to find. This dude has a sprained ankle, and he's letting heretics escape? For shame, my friend. For shame. Alright, looks like our circle is right down here, so we'll cut through our pass a little through, right through this way, and join our friend who's going through. Their little chocobo has a hat. Little chocobo has a hat. That's cute. I wonder how many achievement points I have. I mean, more specifically, certificates. Because if I have 6, I can get a new mount. A mount I actually don't even have on my other character. I have to go to Gridania and check that soon. I mean, obviously not in this episode. We'll do it in between, but still. The thought still lands. Okay, there's our destination right there. Fresh Prince. Fresh Prince of Corthius. The tracks lead southeast. So we shall continue southeast then. Where's the next pair gonna be? It's somewhere around here. That's what it's telling me, at least. A little bit this way, though. Do you see him? Oh, there it is. We're looking for 3rd Unit Brave. Scion, what are you doing here? The heretics? I'm not sure. There was a great scaled beast, and Eorzea, I think he went east on his own. The heretics split up. So we did too. Okay. Probably not the best idea for people who aren't familiar with this area. Hey, look, Drakes. I got one of you. We're the same. Don't attack me, please. Uh-oh. Eorzea doesn't look so good. What happened, my friend? Oh, there was attackers. Okay. And so there were attackers. Let's see if we can pull them all together. That's a magic user, so I'm going to pull them together so I can use Art of War, hopefully. Nope, he's a little just outside the range of that. Okay, there we go. Oh, come on, trees. Get out of my way. There we go. Nice and easy. What happened, my friend? How embarrassing. I was so intent on following the heretics' tracks that I almost failed to notice they had doubled back. Almost, mind you. One tried to sneak up behind me and got a knife in the gut for his troubles. Nice, dude. I thought myself alone, so I started searching for a dead man's knapsack for anything of interest. And lo and behold, before his friends found me, I came upon this. Withdraw in groups of 3 or less to the observatorium. Give the signal and wait. The merchant will be watching. Be late and be left for dead. Speaks for itself, does it not? They cannot possibly mean to rendezvous inside the place, so we should restrict our search to the surrounding areas. Let me rephrase that. You should restrict your search to the wilderness around the observatorium. I need more time. I need more than a moment rest to recover from these wounds. Yeah, I mean, in part, I love that we are the ones actively doing everything, so that when we are the warrior of light and people praise us and whatnot, it's actually because we did something, you know, something of worth. On the other hand, it's like, damn, these people are useless. Everyone in this goddamn game is useless. It's okay, like I said, at least we get to feel powerful and we're actually making active change in this world, but it's just something to giggle at. Alright, I have to have a feeling they're going to meet behind somewhere, I thought, around here. Maybe it's on this side of the wall? Let's just take a quick look. Can I jump over this? Come on, you can do it. Oh, come on. Alright, we'll go the normal person way. Let's see. It's either up here, in here. Nope, not here. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh, Scooby-Doo. Let's see. Up there they are. Whoa, this guy's red, huh? That's a vibrant red. I am through with listening to your excuses. We leave now. How? The woods are crawling with those bluecoats, and the knights are searching every wagon that passes through the gates. Well, stay with her then, if you think you'll fare any better. Now, there's no need for that. There are places like this in my homeland, scarce snow-capped peaks where blood must not be shed. Lady Yugiri! Yet your lands ever thirst for the blood of the fallen, and by your deeds it has drunk deep. No, I have done no wrong. None but meet in secret with these heretics. Deny it all you will. We will have the truth from you yet. Inquisitors are not the only ones skilled in the art of interrogation. Damned it all. The dramatic fall to his knees, I love it. Fancying meeting you here, Nia. I presume your work with the Third brought you hither. What a tangled web. Lest you wonder, we came not for the heretics, but for the merchant who has been conspiring with them. He came to our attention during the course of our investigation into the Ivy. It beggars belief, I know, but it seems our favorite Garlean spy may have been providing assistance to Iceheart. Were it not for the efforts of Lady Yugiri and her shinobi, we might never have discovered this connection. Master Alphinaud is too kind. I fear my people and I have done little to aid your search for this spy. We long to strike back against the Empire and weaken their influence in this land, to prevent the tragedy which befell Doma from reoccurring. The days ahead and the work they promise will require a very particular set of skills which I am fortunate enough to possess. If you will allow it, I would accompany you until the investigation is complete. That is a most generous offer, Lady Yugiri, and one which I gladly accept. Thank you. Though I may disappear for a time, know that I shall never be far and shall always be watching. A comforting thought. Come, Nia, let us wait inside for Captain Ilbert to return and deliver his report. Oh man, I'm so glad, like, reoccurring characters and all that. It's so good to see Lady Yugiri again. Alright, so we need to go inside, I guess. I guess I could possibly jump that, but we'll be a good little Nia and go somewhere. Are we going in here? No, just a little bit further, it looks like. Into here? Not that one. Is it upstairs? I honestly, like I said, I had done this so recently that I honestly can't remember. Oh my god, that dragon scared the nuggets out of me. It's saying about here, so it should be down here, right? Guys, what's going on here? Where am I going? Alright, let's zoom in a little bit. Okay. Ah, I see now. It's out here. I thought he said inside, but I guess not. Captain Ilbert seems confident that the merchant's resolve would swiftly crumble when pressed. If so, we should have new information ere long. As to whether it brings us any closer to learning the Ivy's identity, I would rather not say. Given our adversary's cunning, I shall consider us fortunate if we are spared another wild dodo chase. The gods know we have more than enough to occupy our time as it is. Alright, and with that, the quest is complete. And unfortunately for everyone here, that is going to be the end of the episode as well. I want to thank everyone for joining me here today. I hope you enjoyed the episode and are looking forward to another when we continue looking through whatever mysteries that we have in this game. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. Alright guys, well I want to thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time. Peace out and much love to you.